Hello everyone, this is Astocky here. Welcome to another Minecraft video. I have some good news and some bad news. The bad news is it seems that the update to version 6.06 has broken Minecraft. Yeah, that's the bad news. I guess what causes the problem is not something that I had found yet, because it's not something I tried to do, but I was experimenting in an offline world and I found out, excuse me, and I found out that there is a problem with armor. Any kind of armor that comes from a mod pack, so that's spat packs, that's your nano armor, that's your dark matter armor, any kind of armor was causing Minecraft to crash. So what I have had to do is I have had to roll back to version 6.04, and then the only mod that I had done anything with that's not in the standard pack were Thaumcraft and also Equivalent Exchange. So I just manually updated Equivalent Exchange to the very latest version, which is 1.38, and then I updated Thaumcraft to 1.25. Neither of those add any new blocks or need any config file changes, so I was able to basically dump those straight in, and the save and everything continues to work perfectly. If you had have upgraded and used something like the Zeppelin mod or something else that actually adds different blocks, then you need to add that mod as well. So I guess not a big deal for me because I hadn't actually used any of those new things, but it could, I guess I found the problem and a number of other people on the forums have found the problem, and at this stage I guess that's why they call it a development build. So upstairs now, another crystal. So in this episode I am going to wait till morning, and then I intend to go exploring somewhat, because for what I plan to do this episode I need snow. I need snow and I need pistons and at least one bucket of water. Actually, what I have just realised is that I haven't got an endless water spring anywhere, so that's... I'm not sure how I got this far into the game without having one of those. And I haven't really got a good place to put it either. Not sure if this is going to be a good place for it. What I'll do is I'll just put it here for now. This isn't the normal endless spring I would do. This is just the most basic model. With this particular version, if you don't take the water from the center, it dries up. So it's obviously not as good as some of the other options, but at the same time it's going to be fully suitable to my needs because I don't really need a lot of water. Just come back down. So now as long as I always take the water from the center, it will always refill itself, so that's going to be good enough to get me by for a little while. I'm going to need a lot of redstone for what I intend to do, but like I said, first of all, now that it's daytime, I'm going to go exploring. So let's just whack all these things that I don't want for this trip up into my bag, and time to go. I haven't got an axe, so I'm not going to get wood, but that's not going to be a big deal anyway because I don't need any wood for what I'm planning to do. Here we go. Ooh, slightly glitchy there with the door. Run over this way. I have every intention of doing a lot more things with Railcraft, but Railcraft is one of those mods that makes it take a really long time to get going with Rails now. It's nowhere near as quick as vanilla Minecraft. So because of that, what I'm going to do is build a coke oven, which is what I started to build the bricks for in one of the previous episodes. So sorry about that, because I've had to reinstall back to the old version. The volumes are all messed up, so Sorry, that might have been coming through extra loud then. Let's try again. Hopefully that's better. Really sorry about that. I've been playing on the same settings for so long I forgot to check them all. Ooh, another grub tree. Apparently I shot too close to that tree. I didn't like it. We'll leave that alone and pretend that didn't happen. Once again, really sorry for the volume. I'll try and see if there's something I can do during the editing process to fix that. Unfortunately, I'm just not sure if there is anything that I can do about that. What I thought I would let you know as well is I had a comment from one of my subscribers. I will confirm the name at the end of the episode, but basically what he indicated to me is there's a good, it's not a bug, it's a feature that you can do that at the moment if you put cobble into a Thaumcraft crucible, you get 1/10 of one viz, so you basically get nothing out of it. But if you put something else in there, like sand, not sure about dirt, but definitely marble bricks, sorry, no, marble blocks, not marble bricks, then you get 1. But equivalent exchange sees them as having exactly the same value. So effectively what you can do is use equivalent exchange to turn one into the other, and then without too much trouble you've increased your viz production by 10-fold. So I think that's brilliant, and I intend to do that a little bit here today because I intend to do some things that I think are pretty cool with Thaumcraft. I don't think I'll get to it in this episode, but something else that I intend to do very soon is there is a new axe that has been added to the game for Thaumcraft, and what it allows you to do is it allows you to basically take any tree and chop it down. And that might not sound that good, but it's actually really good, because what it means is those giant red power rubber trees, one single block chop and they fall down. So I haven't actually explored around here at all yet, so I thought I might have a quick look around. Something else I've decided to do in this episode is, I know it's going to be a little bit tedious, and I did not bring my shears with me. Darn it, I don't want to kill these sheep because I want them to still be here later. But I'm going to need some wool for some of the things I want to do later on with Thaumcraft. And I'm going to need some food too, and I haven't got any with me. Well, I was just saying that I'm not going to constantly pause and sort of jump around with the video here, but unfortunately I'm in a position where I haven't got enough food to sprint. Actually, there's lots of cows there, so I'm just going to turn one of these cows into some food for me. Excellent. Got some leather as well. I haven't had leather before. Actually, might turn 2 of them, because I want to eat. There we go. I want to eat 2 pieces of steak, just so I've got enough energy to get me home. I want to still have enough that I can put some steak. I want to still have enough to put a piece of steak in the crafting table. Sorry, not the crafting table, the tablet, because I want to make sure I teach it everything. So I'll teach it cactus as well. All these things that I haven't had before. Got to make sure I teach it. So as I was saying earlier, I had to go back to 6.04, which is the recommended build, because there's a real bug with the armor, and I'm not sure what's causing it. And there's only a couple of posts on the Technics forum about it, so I'm not sure that they know what the problem is either yet. I know that they've been really good with all the bugs and everything else so far, so they're definitely going to be investigating it. It's just going to be a little while probably before they sort it out. So until then, to make sure that I don't lose all the equivalent exchange that I worked so hard for and the new features that are part of it, I have gone and installed the latest version over the 6.22 that's installed with it, and having done that, everything seems to be working really well, which is great. Bam. Come on, 3 shots. Seriously, come on. Stupid arrow. I don't have enough arrows to keep shooting like this, but I want to get that crystal. The reason I want to get that crystal is I want to try and get 1 crystal of each kind. I can duplicate them using Thaumcraft duplicators, but darn it, that's just a vanilla crystal. Yeah, so I can duplicate them, but you need to actually have one in order to be able to duplicate it in the first place. So unfortunately that was not meant to be. I just wasted a whole heap of arrows on getting something that I can get out of my condenser by just standing still and waiting. Like that. So I've got a couple of plans of what I'm going to do, and there's going to be a little bit of building in this episode, so I thought while I'm doing that building I wouldn't be, you know, cutting in and out and doing a little bit and then making you kind of wait and wonder what I was doing. I'm going to build everything real time, recording with you guys watching, and that way if you want to do it yourself you can see what I did and see kind of how I added it. I've got to be honest, it's going to be messy. There is not going to be anything very much good about it, because I haven't tried this other than did a really quick sort of stuff around to see if I could get it to work. I'm also going to be looking up quite a few recipes. So have I trained a pumpkin? Yes. Snowball. Can't learn snowball. Can learn snow though. At least that's something. Learn bricks. Learn leather. Learn steak. Learn... Have I taught you breeds? Not sure. Seeds definitely. Yeah. Cactus. Haha. I think that's just about everything. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to need quite a lot of redstone to do what I want to do. So I'm thinking of taking a piece of redstone, then I might take a pumpkin and I'll duplicate away. Oh wow, that was quick. Throw a pumpkin in there as well. 16 redstone. I don't think that's going to be enough. What have we got in here? 12 coal. Let's see how that goes. Bam. 40 redstone. That's going to be heaps. Going to need a few more pumpkins. Also going to need some iron. In the order of 3 iron. I've got heaps of redstone. Excellent. Just keep 1 piece there for later. Going to need some wood planks. I've got 4 wood planks. That's not going to be enough, but it's a good start anyway. Going to need some conduit. Some sticks. Piece of cobble. Might just bring a whole stack of cobble because I'm not really sure how much of it I'm going to need. While I'm waiting, I might just quickly put all of these items in my bag so that they repair themselves. Oh, didn't realise I had 4 pumpkins in there. Got lots of viz crystals. Just thinking kind of out loud and kind of a roundabout way, making sure I don't miss anything. I definitely need more planks. So we'll come over here. You've definitely learned planks, haven't you? So target a plank. See how many I get with that. Oh, wrong button. Oh, wrong button. Plank. That sounds like a werewolf. That's not cool. I'll just get all the planks because you can never have too many planks. Okay, so the first thing I need to make is a piston. So we need just like this, and some cobblestone, and then a piece of redstone at the bottom. So we have one piston. I forgot to teach my table a piston last time, so now that I've learnt one, I will now make 2 more. No, I don't want to make covalence dust. In the wrong order, never mind. There we go, 2 more pistons. I now need to make... I'll start with 1 and see how that goes. I'm going to need at least 1 redstone torch. Chances are I might need 2, but I just don't know yet. I'm going to need at least 2 levers. No, I definitely am going to need another redstone torch. Because the first thing that I have to make is a giant great thingy, wireless. So I need to make a wireless transmitter and a wireless receiver. So I'll come back in a moment when I have my iron stash. I think I'm going to rapidly go through this. Okay, so lever in the center, redstone in all 4 positions, iron in the corners, and you have yourself 1 wireless receiver. Now if you do the same thing but with a torch in the center, you now have a wireless transmitter. So I'm going to need both of those, and I think I'm good to go now. So I'm just going to pause the video momentarily while I get things sorted, and I'll be back in a couple of seconds when I'm ready to go. Hello, I'm back and I'm ready to go. Now it always becomes really obvious at the end when you need something and you've forgotten it, because I've just realised that there are a couple of things I've forgotten, but that's going to slow me up too much and I really want to get going with this. So what I'm going to do is set myself up, because I know as soon as I start to dig here the roof's going to cave in on me, and that pretty much stinks. So not ideal. Let's put some more blocks over here. Let's block that off. There we go. Because what I need to do is I need to get around the back here. Let's try and block that off nice and high. Excellent. So what I'm going to do is just carve through a whole lot of this, and the roof is going to fall down in quite a lot of places, and I just have to deal with that and cap it all off and fill it all in. And then kind of keep doing this as I work my way down, because I sort of need 3. Yeah, I sort of need 3 wide the whole way back. It would probably be good to have a little bit wider, but 3 wide is definitely what I need, and I'm going to start with what I need, and I'm going to see what happens from that point on. Now I need to go at least 15 blocks back, but what I'm going to start doing now is I'm going to start going down, because that'll take me further away from the... oh, okay. Because what that'll do is that'll take me further away from the ceiling and make me less likely to cause more cave-ins. I can hear monsters though. I might just fill that side in there and hopefully block all those bad things out of there, and they'll leave me alone. So I'll carve some more of this out. None of those sounds are good. I don't like that. Let's cap this off. Try and stop some of this water going in, then we'll take stock and see where we're at. Oops, wrong button. When I say wrong button, I mean wrong spot. Okay, you should be the last one, I hope. Nope. You would have been the last one if I had put you in the correct spot. You should be the last one. There we go. So now I am in the dark, but at least I'm somewhere where I know I am. Let's mine all this out. Oh, bit of iron. Not actually here for minerals, so I don't particularly care that that's there. All this sand is going to be useful. I'm just going to take it, I'll stick it in my bag. Just going to go in the back here and just try and light this area up and make sure that nothing's going to spawn in. Although from those sounds you can hear that there's definitely goblins around. And great. Seriously, come on, I'm just clicking all over the place at the moment. That was painful. So hopefully now there should be no water in this area. Now, excellent, no water. Good, now I can just mine a giant chunk of this place out. Because I'm going to need quite a lot of room for what I intend. For those of you who watched my Astocky pack... Oh, wow. Okay. You... Not cool. Gonna get rid of you. Hopefully I can just keep locking that in like this. Nope. Darn it. Just want to kind of build a base. Like a bit of the kind of correct level baseline. It's getting dark in here too, so I'm thinking throw some light up. Make this a little bit easier for everyone to see, including me. Hopefully fill this all in now. Yeah, I think that's probably enough. Not sure exactly how wide I'm going to need to go though, so I guess we'll kind of be experimenting as we go with this. Because like I said, this hasn't been a pre-build plan. If anything, I think I might have gone a bit too low with it. Ah, seriously? Glad I've got this endless diamond pick. Because I'm breaking a lot of blocks. And I'm glad to be breaking blocks that are breaking quickly. Glad those goblin things can't climb. Hate that hiss they make though. Yeah, so we'll widen this out a tad. The more I look at it, the more I know that I'm going to need to widen it out, so may as well do it now when I'm planning on it, rather than later when I'm not. There we go. Throw another couple of torches up, because I know it's dark in here. So it's dark not just for things spawning, but it's dark for you guys to see as well. So I know that's a pain when you're watching videos and it's too dark and you can't really make out what's happening. Pretty confident now that I've got this big enough. Just going to neaten this wall up here and make it kind of square. And definitely got heaps of cobble out of it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to place 3 pistons and I'm going to build a snowman squisher. So we need to be at least 2 blocks. So the snowman there, push into the center, snowman there, piston, snowman there, piston. So I needed to go one wider because you need to have sufficient room to run your redstone around it. And then the same thing over here, although I think I already had plenty of room there. I'm not going to put down any of the actual redstone yet because I want to make sure I get it all laid out correctly first. So that's my area where the pistons push into. That's my wall to keep the snowmen in. And that one, and that one. So not wanting the snowmen to escape, that's the area that you need. Not gonna, there we go. Won't build the snowmen just yet until I'm sure that I've got everything worked out. So now this area here needs to go down one. Yep, I've gone too deep. Darn it. That's okay, I will cope with that. Still got plenty of capacity to add extra blocks in. That's not going to cause me too many difficulties. So the pistons will push snow into this spot here. Water will flow, and it will flow 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, 5 blocks, 6 blocks, 7 blocks, 8 blocks, and then it will fall just there. Not totally sure about this bit here. Think if I put a block there, that's going to be just what we're after. Yeah, so that's looking good so far. Now, yeah, I know I can do that. Okay, so don't stand in your crucible. That's bad. It hurts you. You might think it would be pretty obvious, but not to me. I had to try it out and find out the hard way. Okay, so here we have our redstone cable. So redstone cable, come to here, run it in, because this one's the central point. It needs to be just a little bit wider than everywhere else. I want to make sure that when I put it together that's going to work. So where's my torch? Let's make sure. Yep, all 3 pistons work. Beautiful. So now we've got that laid out correctly. Now, I know last time I attempted one of these I had an absolutely epic fail, because what I'm going to build now is I'm going to build a rapid repeater. And I'm sorry for those of you who are good with redstone and are going to find what I'm doing to be incredibly painful, but bear with it. It's not going to take too long, and don't worry about all this other stuff. I'm going to mine all this out. Going to throw a torch up. So, in order for this to work, I need to have a block just there with an output just there. I then need to feed that output back. Need to go at least 1 deeper. I need to come back around. I will put a repeater just there, and I will put a block there. I just want to get the repeater set right first. So I need to build a repeater. So what I need to build a repeater. 3 smooth stone, 2 redstone torches, and a piece of redstone dust. Fortunately I can't build any smooth stone while I'm down here, so I am going to have to go out. And while I'm out, I will craft the rest of the things that I need. Because I am going to need some other things. So we need smooth stone, so you get smooth stone by putting 3 cobble into the table here. There's my 3 smooth stone. Now I need 2 redstone torches. Bizarre. 1 dust. 1 repeater. Now I'm also going to need to make a crucible. It's going to be a special crucible though. Not your average boring run-of-the-mill crucible. It is going to be... oh wow. That's too good an opportunity to pass that up. And he's sitting in my floor. Now he's stuck in my roof. And he poisoned me. Great. This just gets better and better. So I'm now going to have some technical difficulties. That every time I try to go through that room, he's going to zap me. But at least now... Ah no, I forgot what I needed. Don't kill me, no! Stop it! I need an ender pearl. Crafting item. And I'm going to need heaps more smooth stone, so I'll just take all of... chuck all that away for now. I'm going to need obsidian, I'm going to need smooth stone. I don't know what else I'm going to need. Maybe glass. I'll work that out once I get up there. Come on! Something is going really wrong at the moment. He's somehow managed to glitch himself into the wall. And he seems to be forcing me back somehow. I don't actually know what's going on. I'm just going to have to pause the game here, quit and come back in, and hopefully that'll fix it. So back soon. Okay, things seem to be working a little bit better now, which is good. So now that I'm back here, I can do my repeater, hook my repeater up. There we go. I want to set it to 2 ticks. Then I want to get my redstone dust and put that there and make sure that it works. You can see they're doing their thing crazy style. Now what we actually need now is to knock that particular bit off there. And then when I add that torch back, things will start happening all over again. I want to get everything absolutely ready though before I put the snowmen in there. And to do that I'm going to need to duplicate this little dude here. Because I need more than one. And to be honest, 2 is plenty. Now I need to make a symbol. This is the first Thaumcraft symbol that I'm going to make. So you start by putting 4 gold ingots in and that gives you a blank symbol. Blank symbols don't do anything, but if you put a blank symbol in the bottom slot of your infuser and then put something on the top, you can infuse it. Now I'm going to use marble, because marble's good. You can see that it's infusing, that it's not actually filling that slot there because all the energy is going and getting pumped straight into this infuser. That's going to infuse that blank symbol with the spider eye energy. While I'm doing that, I need to make another crucible, and I've forgotten how, so here we go. I need 4 pieces of smooth stone, an ender pearl, and a furnace. So to the crafting table, furnace, 4 pieces of smooth stone, and 1 ender pearl. Now, okay, you don't appear to be doing anything, so let's give you some more marble. There's plenty of marble around here. There we go, it's going again. Seems to have just about stopped. Chuck some gravel in. Chuck a couple of pieces of obsidian as well, that's got to be worth something. So now we have a seeing symbol. Seeing symbols have lots of use, but in the particular version that I want to use, I need an item that I haven't got, so hopefully that stops being bugged. So I need a crucible at the bottom, viz crystal, and then it was 4 smooth stone. Maybe it was not 4 smooth stone, it was 4 iron. And a seeing symbol, and this creates a crucible of the eyes. Hopefully this won't glitch if I try and kill this guy again. Much better. And that stops that annoying ringing. A crucible of the eyes is just like a normal crucible, but what it does do is it allows you to hold a lot more viz, and it also sends out a redstone signal once it is 90% full. So once again, I'm not claiming any kind of credit for this design. This design was produced by MSA 545, and it was part of his, I guess he did a tutorial video on it, so it was one of his tutorial videos that he put together. Just want to make sure that I've got everything. I think that I'm right now. I think that I've got everything covered. Got the Crucible of the Eyes. So here we have our transmitter. So I put our redstone transmitter just there. Set that to frequency 1. Then what I'm going to do is I do intend to replace this with red power wire. But for the moment I am not going to bother with that. I'll get to that once I get a little bit further in. So we need to run some redstone wire up this way. And I basically want to go, because I want to have the ability to turn it off as well, because there are some situations where this particular machine will lag like crazy. I haven't gone up high enough there, so I'm going to have to zig by going up this way, and then hopefully I don't bring the water down on top of me, because that'll wash all my redstone away. I'm just about to, aren't I? Yep. There's no easy way to fix this, so I'll just bite the bullet and do it. Not sure that totally fixed my problem though. Ah, stop walking in it. Yeah, so this is part of why I said this could be a very, very interesting experiment. So that's that particular block just there. I think that corresponds with this one. Let's check how I'm going, whether I'm on the mark. And no. So we got a duplicator, 1, 2. That block. Ah, I'm not high enough yet. Okay. So we'll mine some more of this out. No, I've just kissed all my redstone goodbye. Hopefully it went somewhere good though that I can recover it. It's not looking like it did. And it just washed my transmitter away. I think that's a bug. I don't think that a solid block is supposed to be washed away by water, even if it is a mostly redstone block. And I'm unhappy would be saying the least. So if we put this here, I mean, I've lost all my redstone already, so I'm not going to lose anything else by taking a little bit longer to fix this time. So let's just do it properly. So I guess what I want to do is try and, I think I'm going to need another repeater for this. Maybe, yeah, so if I run this wire like that, and come down this way, then come down that way, and I'll run it down. Actually, I might save myself some redstone and run down this way. Now if I am correct, I wonder if I put that lever here, does that work? Yes, it does. Okay, excellent. Don't need that bit. And that makes things just a little bit easier for me. I can just knock those two blocks out. Put a torch up. So again, sorry for those of you who are good with redstone and find this incredibly painful. I am learning, but I am not yet good with redstone. So now I've got my receiver. Where did my receiver go? I know I had a redstone receiver when I started. Okay, incredibly frustrated now. I have lost lots of iron. And yeah, I'm grumpy. So, time to go to our mass duplicator, and I'm going to go nuts. First of all, I'm just going to make sure I've learned about Alternus fuel. Yes, I have. Give me lots of iron. Thank you. So now, redstone torch in the center. 4 pieces of iron. I put them in the wrong spot too. Great. This day just keeps getting better. Ah, excellent. And now I haven't got enough redstone to finish. So close, but yet so far. So put a piece of redstone there. Now if anything happens and this washes away, I'm going to chuck a rage tantrum. Thankfully I know that no matter what happens, I'm not going to get myself into the situation where I run out of iron or anything else, because I can just wait a little while and it'll just duplicate itself. But it doesn't make it any less frustrating when it happens. So now we need to keep every speck of water we can away from this stuff. So transmitter, you are on frequency 1. Come over here. If I put it just there, put the receiver on frequency 1, you can see now it activates and it basically stops the repeater circuit from working. So that means by the use of that lever, or by the use of this being full, I now have a system that stops it from pumping and producing snowballs. So if I come over this way, I now have to build one more redstone torch. And I know this has taken a long time, I apologise for that. But we are almost ready to go. So now we take our snow, need to deactivate this once again, because the pistons need to withdraw. And in case you're wondering, part of the reason for building it this far in is that pistons are inherently noisy, and you can hear them for 15 blocks. And so the way to get around hearing pistons for 15 blocks is to put pistons 15 blocks away. Okay. Now I don't want you little guys to escape or look at me like I'm torturing you, so we will now... I know I had a bucket of water when I started. There we go. Eyes are deceiving me. So now we have a water flow that is pushing whatever comes out all the way there. So as a demo, if I hit this switch, there we have 3 snowballs, and they will come in and they will hit the bottom and they will turn themselves into energy. And we put this little baby here and then turn the switch into the look at me, I'm on position. Up is on. This little guy will now make lots of noise and just pump snowballs. So you can see that the repeater circuit is working. I'm not incompetent. I do know how to build them. It just sometimes takes me a while. And steady stream of snowballs. Obviously a steady stream of snowballs is no good if it's not doing anything. So the next thing that I need to do is take this conduit that I have and connect this up. And I've got myself in a bad spot where I'm collecting snowballs. So now what will happen is, hopefully I can throw those far enough that they land where they need to. Nope. Chuck them all in the water. Now you can see that what's happening is all that viz is running up here and it is filling this node up. And it's doing something else too, but I'm not sure what that is. So you can see it's kind of bouncing around, splitting around, and eventually what will happen is that will fill up to 90% and that will be full, and then once that happens it will send a redstone signal to that, which will send a redstone signal to that, which will stop the circuit from working. I wish I had sufficient resources to demonstrate that to you, but I don't, but you get the idea. So there we have a self-maintaining, self-sufficient system that will fill up. I've left a little window there so you can see that whether it's working or not, because you can't hear it. Eventually it will fill this up, and once that's full we're ready to start duplicating and start visualizing and start making some crazy things happen. So that went for a lot longer than I was hoping it would need to go for. The very last thing I'm intending to do now, because I should now have sufficient resources to do it. I'm always a bit careful now when I walk around, because I've been surprised a couple of times by coming down here and finding someone who shouldn't have been there just casually wandering around my base. So what I'm going to do now is build the remainder of those coke bricks that I needed to. Because I need a total of 26 coke bricks. So we need... excellent, we're going to have plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then what I'm going to need is some coal. Just take a couple of you guys and put you in the crafting table with this and turn you into coal. Once again, it's a pain that it jumps out, but nothing that can be done about that, unfortunately. Because what I would like to do is I would like to make some rails, and making rails is much more difficult with Railcraft installed than with vanilla Minecraft. The first thing you need to do is build one of these babies. So what you need is you need a 9-block platform that you then fill in, and you leave one hole in the center. So you put this block just there, and then you can see that it updates itself to add those little windows. Now if I throw my coal in there, it will eventually start. You can see that it lights up to show that it's working, and it will slowly, over a period of 3 minutes, cook this coal, and eventually once it's finished it will leave a coal byproduct. I'm just going to collect these pumpkins while I'm here. Now in the demo world that I made, I use Buildcraft pipes to extract all of the snowballs out of the, I guess you call it, my viz making machine. I was going to do that, but I have found out that Buildcraft pipes don't seem to do anything when the game is, when you're like sleeping insomnia. That everything in the Buildcraft pipes just kind of stops because it turns them from being normal items into being something else. So because of that, I've decided that I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use just a basic water trap like I did, and you can see that it takes a really long time to fill up, but eventually it will fill up. And that thing there holds 200 viz, that down there holds 500, so you're looking at, why is there an apple in here? There should not be an apple. Looks like there's something else in there too, so time to pull out my sword. I do not know what an apple was doing in here. But again, and that sound as well, that's the sound of something that shouldn't be in here. Are you in here? You're not in here? What about, are you downstairs? I can definitely hear something. You in my storage room? You in my potion, my equivalent exchange room? There you are. Got him. I don't know why these guys keep spawning. It's part of the Better Dungeons mod. I really like the idea of the Better Dungeons mod, which is part of the reason why I haven't yet uninstalled it to get rid of those guys. But I guess I've achieved everything that I was hoping to achieve for this episode. I've made a uber viz making machine that I can now start throwing diamonds in here and duplicate them, or start throwing gold blocks in there and making lots of cool symbols. I've done a lot of stuff with my red power furnace. I'm collecting viz crystals by the masses. I've got a coke furnace that you can see is just about to finish making the first piece of coke. Or maybe not. It says it takes 3 minutes. I think I've been talking for more than 3 minutes since I put it in there. But apparently not 3 minutes enough for it. There we go. So now I've made one piece of coal coke, and you can see that that started to fill itself up. And what will happen is, I think it's either 2 or 3 pieces need to cook before you get 1 bottle of oil. And 1 bottle of oil lets you make 1 lot of rail sleepers. I know, it's very expensive to make it, but this coke that comes out as a byproduct actually burns for twice as long in a furnace, in any of the vanilla furnaces or recipes, as you can get with a normal piece of coal. So it is kind of worthwhile, it just takes a long time. So I'm going to call an end of the episode now. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you learned something new about it. I'm not going to, I guess I'm not going to spoil everyone with what's going to come up in the next episode, but I'm going to learn myself an apple before I forget to learn an apple. All these things I haven't learned yet. What about spider's eyes? There's just so much stuff, I keep forgetting it all. Nope, you know all about those and those. So again, sorry about that. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed watching. Astocky out.